So the breakfast of choice today is going to be oatmeal. And so here we go. I'm going to start by getting some water here. Let's see, we need 1.5 cups of water. Which, gosh, that was really good right there. Yeah. Pour it carefully into the bowl, like that. Then I like to have my dishes put away, so we're gonna clean up at the same time. So watch this. Here we go. All right. Then we're gonna take the water, and while we prepare the other ingredients, we're going to heat the water using a piece of technology called the microwave. We'll just, okay, hold on, guys. There we go. I had to use my knees to bend down there to pick up that bowl. It's a little low for me. So. All right, so we got the microwave loaded with the water, and we're gonna set it for, I'm gonna let it go for 3 minutes. That should boil it well. All right, now we're going to get the oatmeal out. It's right down there. And we're going to open this up. We're gonna get another measuring cup. I'm looking for the plastic ones to keep the weight down, but this isn't too bad. That's kind of small. Go right down there. We need 3/4 of a cup of oatmeal. We're gonna take it. I'm gonna lean it on here so I take the weight off of the my arm. All right. So there we go. 3/4 of the cup. I'll pour some of it back here. I don't know if you can see that, but that looks like, yeah, it's pretty darn close. So I think that's good for 3/4 of a cup. I'm gonna push this back away. Go back in this corner here. Slide these over. I'm gonna take a peek at the water here. As you can see, it's not boiling yet. It's getting close. I'm gonna take a paper towel and clean this counter off. Don't worry, that paper towel is less than 5 pounds, so it's well within my restrictions. And you can see as I did that there, what I did was I kept you from seeing me push some of those oats onto the floor because I couldn't catch them all very well. So that was kind of a trick with the camera to take the attention off of the mess that I was making that the dogs will probably clean up a little later. Okay, so the water is boiled. We're taking it out of the microwave. Here we go. Let's see, that's a nicely freshly boiled container of water. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the cabinet and we're going to grab the craisins that you see right here. And those are a little heavy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop them up next to my body like that, which allows me to carry them without hurting myself. And then I'm just going to bend at the knees here, and we're going to put them under the counter like that. So we're going to take these dried cranberries. I'm just going to take a handful of them. And I'm going to sprinkle them in the water here. What I want to happen is I want the dried cranberries to soak up some of the water before I add the oatmeal. So that looks good. All right, so here we are. We're going to add the oatmeal to the oats. I'm sorry, but to the water. I took the oatmeal and added it to the water, and we're mixing it up a little bit. And what I like to do is I like to cook it just a little bit longer. Gotta love express buttons. And we're gonna watch it here though, because we don't want it to bubble up. So we'll put it in for about a minute, but we're gonna wait for the oatmeal to bubble up to the top. I like to add a little bit of Yam House October 13th, Friday. Interesting background music. Okay, so here we are. The milk is a little too full, and I really can't carry that. That's way beyond my restriction limits. So I'm not going to pour milk into my oatmeal. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to substitute a little caramel macchiato. Oh, you know what? Better than that. We're going to go with French vanilla. Alright, so we're going to come back around here. Close the fridge, because we don't want to let energy out and, air condition the house. And we're going to come over here, and we're going to use a little bit of this French vanilla from International Delight as my additive. Alright, here we go. We're just going to pour just a little bit in there. Just like that. Okay, next, I like to add some fresh ground cinnamon. Make sure we get the sifting portion of it. And now that I use French vanilla in there, I'm not going to use the pure vanilla. However, I'm going to add just a drop of almond extract. Just like that, pure almond extract. Stir it up. Like that. And last, normally I'd like to try to take in some honey, but I don't have any honey, so we're gonna use a little bit of brown sugar just as a sweetener. Not the best thing, so now I'm just adding the sugars in there, but I like to have a little bit of sweetener, and that's well within my limits for my sugar intake for the day. So we're just going to keep mixing it up here a little bit. Alright, so got that all done, got it carried over to my favorite spot right now to eat, corner of my table, and we've got it right here. Have a cup of coffee, it's fresh. Yeah, it tastes good too. And here we are going to take a first bite. That is good. And dogs are excited about it too, so there we go.